For updates on sports stories from across the globe, Ebi Iyomon joins us today. Good morning, Ebi, and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning, Aya. Thank you so much. Good morning, Rufai, and good morning, Dr. Batia. Good morning.
Goodbye.
And I'll move quickly to... Goodbye, yes. I'll move quickly to the
Spending
stories.
so much time together.
Yes, beginning with basketball. Nigeria has named a 12-man squad for the first window of the 2027 FIBA World Cup African qualifiers beginning on Thursday in Tunis against the host Tunisia. Ex-captain Ike Uwamu leads a mix of overseas players and 3 home-based talents with Stan Okoye, Mike Nuga, and Christopher Obekpa also headlining the roster. With only 5 African slots available, the D-Tigers aim to return to the World Cup after missing 2023. And another story on Nigerians Simidele Adiagbo and Kewe King made history this past weekend as Africa's first 2 women bobsleigh team at the IBSF World Cup in Italy. They finished 25th in a 40-team field as Germany's Laurel Vogt won the event. Well, it marks a trailblazing moment for African winter sports and another major barrier-breaking moment for 44-year-old Adiagbo, already Africa's first female skeleton Olympian and a pioneer in global bobsleigh. And now move to football. 10-men Everton produced pure football chaos at Old Trafford. Just 13 minutes in, Idrissa Gueye was sensationally sent off for slapping his own teammate, Michael Keane. The first Premier League dismissal for fighting a teammate since 2008. But instead of collapsing, Everton exploded. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall fired his turning strike past a shocked United side, and David Moyes' men clung on with everything they had to seal their first Old Trafford victory since 2013. And with that, United are 10th on the table. And still on the Premier League, well, after matches played this weekend and Liverpool succumbing to another loss, well, Chelsea and Arsenal also got victories, where Rooney says, and Slot must send a message by dropping Mohamed Salah. Liverpool have crashed to 11th after 6 losses in 7 games, and Salah's form has dipped 5 goals in 17 games. Rooney specifically criticized the Egyptian forward's work rate as he says Salah is not helping them defensively. He doesn't run or press. He also believes it tells the rest of the squad standards do not matter. And finally, on the Champions League, it returns today with match day 5, and matches will be played tonight. The big game will see Barcelona play Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge. Both teams come in with 7 points from the first 4 games in this phase, with Barcelona's goal difference better by 2. Other games will see Ajax and Benfica face off. Man City hosts Leverkusen at the Etihad as Newcastle United, who defeated City in the Premier League on Saturday, take on Marseille. Napoli are home to Karabakh, and Galatasaray will take on Union SG. But that's all from me on Sports Day.
Very quickly, I'm just so happy to see that Simi is still on the bobsled. I did a documentary on her and her team, you know, many years ago when they went to the Winter Olympics, the first time Nigeria, you know, fielded a bobsled team into the Winter Olympics. So really just glad to see her waxing strong in a sport that, of course, is not by any means traditional to Nigeria. It's something they have to train for, raise money for internationally under winter conditions. But they continue to raise the Nigerian flag high, even in snowy mountain peaks. I love that for them.
All right, first I want to say big congratulations to Aaron Akerijola. He had a big sports dialogue yesterday. It was a very successful event with all the heavyweights and key stakeholders in the sporting industry in attendance. It was a good conversation, and I hope that is the beginning of even more conversations around sports generally in Nigeria. So again, a big congratulations to him. He's taking a well-deserved rest right now. Now, moving on to the Premiership, show of shame there with Gueye. He's apologized. Part of the issues around the match between Everton and Manchester United. He's apologized, but I don't know to what extent that apology would go and what penalties both parties would face, if any. Now, also, Manchester United, a number of people are still renewing that call for Amorim out. He's saying that Man U have, you know, as a team, they've been in very bad shape in recent times and might need to work a bit harder to cross that top 4 in the EPL. But let's see how that would play out and see if Amorim is able to keep his job for any time longer. Sorry to all the Man U fans out there.
Okay, first to commend Simidele Adiabu and Kewe King. Now, when they first came up and they said they were doing bobsleigh and they were representing Nigeria, everyone was wondering what that was all about. But, you know, they've kept at it, including representing Nigeria in winter sports in Italy on Sunday, out of their own commitment. Not necessarily because they were supported by Nigeria, but out of courage and patriotism. And now this time around, we understand the Nigerian Sports Commission is jubilating that they are flying Nigeria's flag, even if they didn't take the podium. So it's interesting to see that. But what we keep saying is that, look, in whatever direction you look, there are many talented people in this country who can always continue to fly the flag of Nigeria. But they deserve support, they deserve motivation, they deserve encouragement. And that's what we expect now that the Tigers are beginning the playoffs for the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. And of course, we're going to meet with Rwanda, we're going to meet with Guinea. I don't know about the Tigers, but the Tigress, seem to do much better. And then Wayne Rooney has been blaming Mohamed Salah for the failures of Liverpool, and he's advising Ancelotti maybe not to put him in the starting lineup. This is the same Mohamed Salah, who is a legend. They lost, was it on Sunday, right? And then it's Mohamed Salah that gets blamed. The thing for everyone to notice that whether it's in football or in journalism or any other kind of engagement, you're only as good as your last byline. The moment you don't perform again, the world is a very cynical place. They will begin to say, "Oh, you are the problem." So but we're sure that Mohamed Salah, it's not over for him yet. Whatever Wayne Rooney says and whatever Ancelotti decides ultimately. Thank you very much, Ebi Yoma.